into my week 4 power rankings. So what I'm going to do, I don't like to do power rankings too early on in the season. I had some technical difficulties last week where I tried recording, didn't work, so I'm just going to start doing them from week 4 on, quarter poll. We're a quarter of the way through the season. I only do the or the top 20 teams. Not really interested in the last 12 teams, anyways. I will make some reference to who I have um, just below 20, just so I can give a basis on why I think the 20th team is better than the teams below them. So we'll start off at 20, the team who just got their first win on Sunday Night Football. The Philadelphia Eagles, who are 1-2 and 1, lead the NFC East. I do think they are better than the Bengals, even though they tied them, better than the Cowboys and the Vikings. I have them at 20, Chargers at 19. I'm really impressed, even though they're not winning games. They have been really impressive with Justin Herbert at the helm for quarterback. I have Raiders at 18. I know they've lost 2 in a row, but I still like what they're doing. They're not looking terrible. They won their first 2 games, lost their last 2, but I really think they are an AFC wildcard team. I had put the Panthers here. I don't expect them to stay here, but I do need to reward them for winning their past 2 games. Um, I mean, if they have a real chance of beating the Falcons this in week 5, but I will reward them. They are at 17 in my power rankings. 16, the Cardinals. I really want to put them lower, but it's hard for me to do so. I've been really unimpressed by them losing to 2 really bad teams in Lions and Panthers. I understand the Panthers beat them, but I'm not willing to put the Panthers ahead of the Cardinals. 15, I have the Bears. I don't trust the Bears. I Obviously you couldn't hear the power rankings from last week, but I had the Bears pretty low for an undefeated team last week. Obviously they lose, but I'm not willing to put them lower than 15. All right, 14, 49ers. It's all about health. I mean, when they get healthy, they will more than, I think, justify them being here or higher. I know they lost to the lowly Eagles, but I'm not willing to drop them down at a ridiculous rate because they're injured. All right, 13, I have the Browns. They've won 3 in a row since the early 2000s. I really think that this is how I talked a little bit about how the offense is building. Yes, they took advantage of a god awful defense, but you still have to go out and play ball. I talked about how I didn't want to overreact after the week 1 loss to the Ravens, how their offense looked bad. They're building on it with the new system and Kevin Stefanski. They're running the ball. Even though Nick Chubb goes down, you still have one of the best running backs in the league in Kareem Hunt, who, let's not forget, led the league in rushing his rookie season. So I have them at 13. I have Rams at 12. Wasn't impressed with their performance against the Giants, but their offense does look really reinvigorated this season. I think they will continue that trend when they take their opponents seriously. 11, I have the Steelers. They obviously had the moved bye week due to the Titans COVID-19 situation. I'm just going to keep them there. They obviously didn't play. 10, I have the Patriots. I'm really concerned without Cam Newton how they looked. I'm still willing to put them in the top 10 considering who their coach is, how they play defense, and how they game plan. When Cam Newton comes back, they will justify this, but I am a little worried about going forward if Cam Newton doesn't play, how far this team could fall. All right, 9, I have the Colts. It's not because of their offense, definitely not. Their defense is really, really good. The Colts are just going to have to. Frank Wright's system is all about getting the ball out quickly, short passes, getting the ball to your playmakers. They need to continue to do that, not trying to go crazy, pass happy. Need to lean on the run game and the strength of that offensive line, but they do justify the position of 9 after winning 3 games in a row currently. 8, I have the Saints. A little bit of a bounce back against the Lions. I don't trust Drew Brees long term with his arm, but they are going to get reward for beating a bad Lions team, but I think they will be on the uptick after getting their legs beneath them, and they will eventually get Michael Thomas back. Titans at 7, didn't play. I'm almost willing to drop them after the new details coming out about how their players were holding practices after there were positive cases on their team, just as a punishment on my end. But they are undefeated still after they had that bye. I'll keep them here tepidly, and we'll see how that goes. 6, and I hate to do this, but there was no other justifiable spot to put these guys. I'm putting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 6. Have won 3 in a row. Haven't looked extremely impressive really any week, but they keep winning. Again, I think I said this 2 weeks ago. Against elite teams, this team will not win. This team looks like a wild card team that will lose on wild card weekend. But I'm going to put them at 6 because I couldn't really justify putting them behind the Titans or the Saints. All right, so getting into the top 5, we got Ravens 5. You just can't trust Lamar Jackson when he's down in known passing situations. They need to be able to be in control of the game, tied or have the lead to just keep running the ball, wear down their opponent. That's their formula. So they're sitting on the 5 mark. But unless they can, they're going to have to eventually slay the giant, or they will just continue to get dogged because the Chiefs really look like they're kryptonite right now. All right, 4 Seahawks. Russell Wilson is basically what's holding this team up. They are not good on the offense or defensive lines. Their defensive back end is really, really bad. They are able to run the ball a little bit, but it is mainly Russell Wilson carrying this team to their 4-0 start. All right, 3 Bills. This will probably be the highest spot you will see the Bills in a power ranking this week. I think the Bills are the only team in the AFC that can truly challenge the Kansas City Chiefs. I love their offense. I love how they are just extremely hyper aggressive, throwing the ball all over the yard. I love how accurate Josh Allen has been this season compared to the past 2 seasons. I didn't think it was possible to make that kind of jump. Normally you are what you are, but he has improved vastly. Stefon Diggs, Stefon Diggs looks like an absolute steal for the Bills right now. He has absolutely helped unlock the deep element of this passing game and just opening up the field for him. John Brown, Cole Beasley, Croft, their tight ends, everybody. All right, number 2, I have the Green Bay Packers. I think it's getting a little tighter between them and the Chiefs because the Packers are showing even without their top 2 wide receivers, their offense can still be just as explosive. Their defense, I'd give the Chiefs the edge on the defensive end. But I'm putting Packers at 2, Chiefs obviously at 1, the defending Super Bowl champs, and the only franchise in NFL history to start 4-0 4 straight seasons. I learned that last night in doing some research. So those are my power rankings. Just a quick recap. Chiefs 1, Packers 2, Bills 3, Seahawks 4, Ravens 5, Bucks 6, Titans are 7, Saints 8, Colts 9, 10, Patriots round out the top 10, Steelers 11, Rams 12, 13 are the Browns, 14 are the 49ers, 15 Bears, 16 Cardinals, 17 Panthers, 18 Raiders, 19 Chargers, and the Eagles finish out my power ranking, which is only 20 teams, at number 20. So, thank you for listening to the Why Would You Think That podcast. I will be shortly posting a quick video on how I rank the divisions in the NFL. I'm guessing we can all know who is last on that one. So, again, this is Zach, and thank you. Please like, subscribe, and thank you for listening.